Okay, what I'm doing here is millimetric part of my project. I could show you more clearly. What I can show you is this. This is just a square to divide from other drawings that I have. This is figure 1. This is how it can show a little bit more or less the function of the electric engine. It is not a dynamo, it is not a Tesla model, it is not anything that I saw first, because before inventing stuff and take the accurate data from my first project was in 1999. The deal here was, okay, I invented something on the past. It was a little bit rustic. The schematic was looked like a classroom test, not exactly 100% professional. I didn't care very much about the values needed and the calculation needed. I just draw the possible schematic way to do it. When I saw the first video from Tesla electric car, it did astonish me because it's really fast, really good. When I look a little bit further to its engine, has nothing to do with mine, and thanks God, copyright or patent for it, I will not have to fight it. One thing is the scientific fact, other thing is what you do with that fact. The patent relies on what you do and not by the fact scientific. So this is a part. I draw parts of the engine, so an engineer may understand what I do want on its engine. It's completely different, it's more efficient, spends less energy, has more power, and it's a mixture. It has multiple functions. On the time I created a basic schematic on how to, well, actually I saw it in the chemistry book, the example to extract hydrogen from water, electrolysis process with a lot of energy, and a few gadgets from scientific world. So discussing patents and copyrights, I think we should always be honest and considerate that even the inventor of pontencial, I don't know how to say it in English, this is Portuguese, should have received his copyright to invent it. So I made a schematic process of hydrogen extraction, and according with already made tests, it is possible to do it. But to implement it in a car, well, the car from BMW has nearly 3.5 meters long and 2.25 maybe wide. That's too big, but it's what they need. They have the best engineers and the best scientists, so they went more deep. But even so, thanks God, they don't have nothing to do with my engine. As I said, I don't have to fight patents because of my engine. Each single part of this is also new, so that's why I'm drawing it separately, so the engineer may understand what I want and see the result on its mind and physically also. All this is needed to be drawn, each single part of the engine. And believe it or not, there are many parts in the world that are patent, and for a company to be able to use them, they have to contribute. Honestly, nobody could patent the wheel. The Australopithecus or Homo sapiens already died, but definitely he wrote his name, because until this day we all know it was a Homo sapiens inventing the wheel. So I'm pretty much doubt that I will have to pay for one. So this is how I'm going to do. And the objective of this, besides of the generalized motives that many constructors and manufacturers use to catch people, sort of saying, it's not only environment questions, it's not only a lifestyle question, it's indeed be able to resign things as they are. If you want to make a world fair, you start to be fair with little facts, what we need, what we don't need. So if you say your engine is better, that's why you are winning. For example, until this day everybody remembers Ferrari. Ferrari was a victorious engine. Then other companies started inventing their own engine. So you have a lot of good combustion engines. They are all high horsepower, pretty fast, and really low consumption. And the price of gas is not actually causing any terror on a person's wallet. It's just another coffee that many people won't drink, and the doctors say it's healthy. So it's only a matter of put things as it is. My country doesn't have a patent or an invention that has actually sustained in the world. So considering that in 1999 I was schematically making a combustion engine with an electric engine because it was needed to extract the hydrogen, I would say that I nearly invented the first schematic for a hybrid engine. Later, 2000 and something, BMW reveals his own hydrogen engine. Honestly, I don't know how it works. The only thing I know is nothing to do with mine. Mine is a vertical 3-position electric engine. It has high capability. It's a fusion between 3 physics and chemistry how you say models. it's a vision of tree, and it's promising because it will be really easy to fix it, so any kind of mechanic will be able to fix it. But the construction of it, I thought, I don't know, delivering to Tesla, but I do have here an interest in Europe actually, so the intent of this car is to minimize the cost for customer and for the company itself. The company itself would just concern about replacing parts of the engine only. All the rest it can be used from, well, some standards that I had put it in the design, which may be considered a secret because it is a key of a possible business, and just by being speaking this much, well, it can be a danger if not speaking directly to the person that was supposed to be bargaining this with me. But yeah, just for the interest person that already shown to know that that the engine that I have doesn't exist. It is really strong, really powerful, really efficient, and really effective for what it is supposed to be, an electric car. As I said, it is intended to rasterize costs, extra costs, and excuses from customer, company, customer, and about maintenance, service, or prices, or quality, stuff like that. It's a little bit rasterize the human resources that the company has, minimize the costs of it, maximizing the profit at the long term, because money is already printed and running on people's wallets. You just have to find a way, easiness, to reach it without frauding the client. I have fixes in this engine, the heat problem. One of the problems that some customers of Tesla commented, the extreme heat on the back part of the car. According with the last one, I think he said I was banging my girlfriend and she was complaining about the extreme heat. Tesla said that was fixed, but I don't care. My system is actually a really cool system. Even the fabric of the part is really funny, and I have been watching. Well, I watch a part of the hangouts that General Electric's made about 3D printing. I think it's a little bit limited for what I want, but it's very expandable on the rest of the parts. The main deal here, the main heavy investment always in the car is always the engine itself. You can easily make a chassis if you want, if just for the project, if you want. It's quite easy. You go to some junkman and he has it. Then you deal with some guy that understands about metallurgy. Well, in Portuguese we say metallurgica. So they can do really easily single jobs. Just have to have the correct connections, as I have. The difference is that I really want to deliver this to outside, but I want to specifically that people remembers and reminds that it was a Portuguese doing, and that Portugal created something actually brand new and theirs. And this project is from 1999, so I don't give a fuck for who started later or whatever. This project is from 1999, on a day of with the Maraji one I had, I draw it, so whatever. So this is what has been done, and this is just a small piece that it will be patented. Well, someone will patent this. So patent means that nobody will be able to use it. It's a really high cost because it will be considered a capitalization kind of type of monopoly game. You may consider sustaining the main part of it and nobody else can have it. And many people say, oh, I can do that also, competition. Well, that's bullcrap. It's a matter of giving credit for the person who lost their life study something, creating something. For example, I wouldn't have this flash in my camera if someone didn't lost basically all his life studying how the hell I'm going to create artificial light in the palm of my hand. So a lot of competition, they have to understand that there are some things that nobody else can do, or they can do under some kind of agreement, because it's just like, for example, you cannot patent a scientific fact. You can patent how do you apply the scientific fact. So it's complicated, but it's quite easy. And giving credit to the persons that contribute to evolution, to development, it's always good and always nice. And for me, it would be a pleasure to be able to contribute to them. The most religious people will consider me like, oh, you are Lucifer, blah, blah, blah. What they don't know, Lucifer has nothing to do with machines and stuff like that. Like many other histories in the world, many times what is red along the time will become pink. Other times what looks black can become white. It depends on the beat that you take on the head. And that's how things are. In the past, people die at no cost. These days they die, but it will cost. So not exactly money, but it will cost anything in your life for mankind, obviously. Speaking for myself, I have a different point of view, but mankind speaking generally, yeah. This is the path to achieve peace. I am not actually yelling or barking against the oil companies. I'm just saying that the universe has a multiplier that any calculator until this day was able to calculate it. So possibilities are unlimited, and great. All these parts are mine. Yeah, I wanted to sell it. This is an engineer job. Can be easily sold. The value only after to be mounted and ready to drive, my friend. When you feel the kick and the easiness, that the smoothness that you will feel, reducing the speed with the 5-shift gear, you will be considered, what the hell I am driving. Tesla was able to do that with their engine. but mine is really good. There was a guy that he was saying, I am older of the pattern of electromagnetic energy. God said to him, you are what? This earth has a north pole and a south pole. Yes, they do. Do you invent a north pole, south pole? No, sir, I did, but I invented in the palm of my hand. No, you grab what you exist and minimize it to the palm of your hand. Now, how you apply it, that's yours. Hey, yeah, that's yours. This is mine.